Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to revise the most recent Combined Science Paper 1 that was written in November 2024. First of all, I would want to thank Ms. Guardiola for providing this question paper. I hope it is going to help you in your revisions. So today we are going to cover the first part of the paper, which is the biology section. I will create another video on chemistry section and finally on physics section. So number 1, it is reading, which one is an example of artificial ecosystem? So the correct answer on number 1 is pond. A pond is an example of an artificial ecosystem. It is created by humans. Its boundaries are defined by human construction. It is influenced by human activities, e.g., stocking the fish and controlling the water quality. In contrast, B, which is the sea, is natural ecosystem. It is part of a global ocean system. And then C, which is desert, is natural ecosystem again, because it is going to be formed by climate and geological conditions. And then D is another example of natural ecosystem, because a river is shaped by geological processes. So on number 1, we are going to select A as our answer. And then let us proceed to number 2. Number 2, it was a question on carbon cycle. The diagram shows the carbon cycle. Which process A, B, C, or D leads to global warming? So the correct answer on number 2 is C. The burning of fossil fuels is a primary cause of global warming because it releases large amount of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, which is going to trap heat and contribute to rising global temperature, making it a significant factor in climate change. You also need to be able to label the carbon cycle. A is process of feeding, then B is process of photosynthesis, and then lastly D is known as fossilization. So on number 2, the correct answer is C. Let us proceed to number 3. The function of vitamin A is to, correct answer is A, to help improve the vision. Vitamin A helps to improve the vision. It helps your eyes to produce pigment and moisture that keep your corneas lubricated and your retina working properly. So vitamin A deficiency can cause night blindness and even blindness. So we are going to select A as our answer on number 3. Let us proceed to number 4. The diagrams show different types of teeth. Which tooth A, B, C, or D is used for cutting food into smaller pieces? So we are going to select A on number 4. The type of teeth that is used for cutting food into smaller pieces is known as the incisor. So let us label the teeth from A to D. A is known as the incisor, B is the premolar, C is the molar, and D is the canine. So the one that is involved in cutting the food into smaller pieces is the incisor. So we are going to select A as our answer on number 4. And then on number 5, which substance build up in muscle during anaerobic respiration? So first I'm going to explain what is anaerobic respiration. This is respiration that is going to occur in the absence of oxygen. So we are going to select C as our answer on number 5. Lactic acid build up in muscles during anaerobic respiration, when the body doesn't have enough oxygen to perform aerobic respiration. It is going to switch to anaerobic respiration, which produces lactic acid as a byproduct, leading to a build-up in muscles during intense exercise. So we are going to select C as our answer on number 5. Let us proceed to number 6. The diagram shows an experimental setup to measure the rate of transpiration. The apparatus represent A. Correct answer is C, which is the potometer. So transpiration can be measured by an instrument that is known as potometer. There are two main types of potometer used in schools. We have the mass potometer, which is going to measure transpiration through the loss of mass, and we have the moving bubble potometer, which measures water uptake by the shoot. So this one, which is on the question paper, it is moving bubble potometer. So the correct answer is C on number 6. Let us proceed to number 7. The diagram shows the structure of a heart. Which blood vessel, A, B, C, or D, receives oxygenated blood from the lungs? So on number 7, the correct answer is D. So let us first label our heart. A is the vena cava. The role of the vena cava is to transport deoxygenated blood from the rest of the body to the heart. And then B is known as pulmonary artery. It transports deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lungs. And then C is the aorta. It transports oxygenated blood from the heart to the rest of the body. And then D is pulmonary vein. It transports oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. So it means that the correct answer on number 7 is D. Let us proceed to number 8. Which one is a characteristic of a wind pollinated flower? So we are going to select D as our answer, which is feather stigma. Wind pollinated flowers has feather stigma. This is to catch pollen grains. The feather structure of stigma, it is going to help the flower to receive the pollen that is carried by the wind. A, which is the strong scent, B, the bright petals, and C, the sweet nectar. These are characteristics of insect pollinated flowers. So the correct answer on number 8 is D. And then let us proceed to number 9. The diagram shows a germinating seed. Which part, A, B, C, or D, is going to develop into a root? So the correct answer on number 9 is B. B is the radicle. It develops into the root system, meaning that it is going to grow into the root as seed germinate. A is the plumeau. It is the one that is going to develop into shoots. And then C is the seed coat. It is the one that is going to protect the seed. And then D is the cotyledon, which is going to supply the plant with the seed with the food, right? Let us proceed to number 10. Number 10, the diagram shows the structure of a sperm cell. Which part, A, B, C, or D, supplies the energy that is needed by the sperm for movement? So on number 10, we are going to select A as the answer. The mitochondria are found in the midpiece of sperm cell. The midpiece is the part of the sperm that provides energy for the sperm's tail to move. So the correct answer on number 10 is A. Let us proceed to number 11. Which method of contraception prevents implantation of the fertilized egg. So we are going to select C as our answer, which is the intrauterine device. So the intrauterine device prevents pregnancy by hindering the implantation of a fertilized egg, that is the embryo, in the uterine lining. It does this by creating an inflammatory response within the uterus that make it difficult for an embryo to attach and develop. Let us proceed to number 12. The diagram shows the male reproductive system, in which part A, B, C, or D are sperm produced. So the correct answer on number 12 is D. Sperms are produced in testicles, which are also known as testes. The testes are two small organs that are located on scrotum. You also need to be able to label the male reproductive system. So A is known as urethra, and then B is the prostate gland, C is the sperm duct. On number 12, it means that D is the one that qualifies to be the correct answer. Let us proceed to number 13. Which one is a sign or a symptom of genital herpes? The correct answer on number 13 is D. The small blisters on the genital area is a symptom of genital herpes. Other symptoms include painful sores that develop after the blisters, the burning or itching in the genital area, and pain when urinating, and also difficulty in passing the urine. Let us proceed to the final question, which is number 14. The diagram shows the life cycle of malaria parasite, at which stage A, B, C, or D is fever experienced. So we are going to select D as our answer on number 14. So fever is going to be experienced in the blood stage. The parasite is going to infect red blood cells, causing symptoms like fever. During this stage, the malaria parasite infects red blood cells. The parasite multiplies and grows inside red blood cell. Infected red blood cells, they rupture, releasing new parasites and toxins. The rupture of infected red blood cell triggers massive immune response, which is going to lead to fever, chills, and flu-like symptoms. So this marks the end of our tutorial today on biology section of combined science paper 1 that was written in November 2024. Thank you so much, guys, for following me on this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos. And I would want to invite those who want to do the lessons for combined science with me. I'm starting with November candidates this upcoming Monday. So if you want to be part of the class, you can contact me on 0776 824159. Thank you. Let's meet again in the chemistry section of this paper.